So basically the program is we want to eat whole, natural foods. Now for weight loss, and for the people that are low carb types, we want to eat a breakfast that contains protein and fat. Now we want to try to get 3 meals a day and try not to snack. There's multiple studies that show that snacking increases weight, it increases insulin and leptin resistance, and it increases the risk for diabetes. Now for people with low blood sugar problems, increasing fat and protein with the meals can help tide you over to the next meal. Now there are people out there that are very fast oxidizers, and which we try to identify with our glucose tolerance test that we cover in the other section. And those people may require a snack. But the snack should be high in protein. Now a portion of the diet should be raw and other living foods. That would include raw fruits and vegetables, raw dairy, fermented foods, and raw animal foods. Now we need an abundant source of fat-soluble vitamins, and that's vitamin A, D, and K2. Organic fruits and vegetables when possible. Now the Environmental Working Group identified fruits and vegetables that are most likely to contain pesticide residues. These included, in order of badness, celery, peaches, strawberries, apples, blueberries, nectarines, bell peppers, spinach, cherries, kale and collard greens, potatoes, and imported grapes. So those you want to always buy organic. Now the Clean 15, these were the fruits and vegetables that have the lowest residue. So you could probably buy conventional onions, avocados, sweet corn, pineapple, mangoes, sweet peas, asparagus, kiwi fruit, cabbage, eggplant, cantaloupe, watermelon, grapefruit, sweet potatoes, and honeydew melon. Now we mentioned before, you need to soak and or sprout grains, seeds, and nuts before consuming. Now, for those that need a low-carb diet, you need to limit quantities of the grains. Now, people with immune system dysfunction, like let's say you have thyroiditis or you have other problems with your immune system, I recommend that you consider a gluten-free diet. Now, animal foods should always be organic, and they should be pasture raised. Now, healthy saturated fats include minimally processed organic tropical oils like coconut and palm oil. Also, the fat of healthy pastured animals is healthy, contrary to what they tell us. And the other healthy fat is dairy fat. It's healthy if the animals are raised in a natural environment on their natural food. Now, other healthy fats include extra virgin olive oil, the fish fats, particularly in salmon and herring, nuts, avocados, and some of the seed oils. The processed oils like corn oil, canola oil, safflower oil, soybean oil, cottonseed oil should be avoided at all times. Now, I also recommend the regular use of bone broths. Now, these can be made in large batches, and you freeze it so that you can have that as a starter for soups and sauces. You can also use it as the liquid for cooking rice or cooking pasta. Now, be sure and check out our recipe video for instructions on making bone broths. It's really quite simple. And you get the bones from a local farmer or some source of organic bones. Now, those of you with health challenges and poor nutrition, you may want to add some selected supplements. Now, our Amazon store has these products, and by buying them through our store, you don't pay any extra, but we get about a 7% commission, and that helps support our website. Now, Metagenic products are sold through physicians' offices. Now, I've used and trusted these products from this company for almost 20 years. And I've used them extensively with my patients. I've also used them myself and my family. Now, if you wish to purchase these, we have an online store. So we can give you the information on how to log in, and you can order from there. Now, these products are GMP certified, and they're also clinically tested. Now, we sell these products at a 10% discount to the retail price. So the price that we charge should be the lowest that you're able to find. Now, if you get our 10-day detox kit, that is made by Metagenics and is available through our Metagenic store. So what are these supplements that sometimes we can use? Well, number one, fermented cod liver oil. Now, you can take 1/2 to 2 teaspoons daily. Now, this contains the fat-soluble vitamins A and D. Now, it also contains additional omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA. I don't recommend getting modern cod liver oil from the health food store. This has been processed, and the processing removes the natural vitamins. And then they add synthetic vitamins back in. Now, the brand that's on our Amazon store is called Blue Ice. Number two, organic virgin coconut oil. I recommend those that are trying to lose weight to have 1 to 2 tablespoons a day. Now, this oil is abundant in medium chain triglycerides, and these raise your metabolism. It also contains lauric acid, and this has action against bacteria, viruses, and parasites. Now, my experience shows that supplementing with coconut oil before eating reduces appetite. Number three, conjugated linoleic acid. Now, you can get this naturally from grass-fed animal products like butter, or you can supplement it 3 to 6 grams daily. This is found in the milk and fat of cows that are eating grass. Unfortunately, modern agriculture, cows don't eat grass anymore. CLA lowers the inflammatory chemicals that are produced by the fat cell. It improves leptin and insulin resistance. CLA also has anti-cancer properties, and it's been shown to shrink fat cells and increase protein synthesis, the perfect diet product. Number four, butter oil. Now, butter oil, you have 1/4 of a teaspoon up to 2 teaspoons a day. Butter oil is the concentrated oil from butter. Now, butter oil is what Western Price used to treat those kids with cavities that caused them to reverse. And this, he found, replaced the things that are missing from the processed food diet. Now, butter from cows eating grass contains vitamin K2. It also contains conjugated linoleic acid, which we just talked about. Now, both of these have many health benefits. Now, supplying them in your diet will aid weight loss by providing good nutrition that reduces your craving and it stimulates your metabolism. Okay, number 5. How about a multivitamin? Now, most long-term studies of multivitamins show that they don't reduce disease or prolong life. Now, some recent studies you may have heard actually show that they increase mortality. Now, how's that for money well spent? Now, as I've discussed before, this is because synthetic vitamins are very much like a drug, and that means that they commonly can have side effects and they can throw off the balance of other nutrients. Now, the other side of the coin is, well, we don't want deficiencies or inadequacies because we know these also can be harmful. So what is the compromise? Well, the compromise would be to take a multiple vitamin that is from natural sources. Now, it might be ideal if that multiple vitamin also had phytochemicals that have been proven over and over to promote health. So one product that I use in my practice and I trust is a multivitamin. It's called Fido Multi, and it's made by Metagenics. Now this is really simple to take. It's just 2 pills per day, 2 tablets, and it's kind of an insurance policy against a vitamin deficiency. And as an added benefit, it has an abundant source of phytonutrients. And these phytonutrients in this particular vitamin have been clinically tested to show that they maintain their action even though they're in a tablet. So those I could definitely recommend. Now next, number 6, are digestive enzymes. Now these are helpful, especially for older people. They can also be helpful for people that have a very stressed digestive tract. Animal enzymes can be used, also plant enzymes, and either one can be helpful. Now enzymes are contained in raw food to some extent. You can supplement a quality enzyme. Metagenics has a product I've used for many years in patients that have these problems. Azeopangan is a product that they get from a porcine source, which is very similar to human enzymes. And then they also have a vegetarian source of enzymes for those that would prefer to have a vegetarian source for their enzymes. So enzymes taken between meals can help in the resolution of inflammation and injuries. Taken with meals, they help you digest your food. Now something else you can take to help digestion if you have digestive problems is betaine hydrochloride. Now this replaces stomach acid, and some of us have low production, especially when we're older or if we're unhealthy. Again, Metagenics has a product, it's called Metagest, and that's taken with meals to provide acid with the meals. Now if you take acid blocking drugs, you also might want to add Metagest. Number 7, iodine is critical for the function of many tissues, including our thyroid gland. You may know the thyroid sets our metabolism. Now studies show that most people in the United States are deficient in iodine. Now to increase iodine, we can eat seaweed. And if we eat seafood regularly, we usually get more iodine in our diet. Now, one way to supplement your iodine is to take kelp. The trouble with kelp, there's many different varieties. I trust the brands that we have on our Amazon store. But for direct iodine supplementation, I usually recommend iosol. In my opinion, this is way better, and it's less risky than taking potassium iodide that's in Lugol solution or iodoral. I've found that these iodine supplements can cause thyroid congestion, and sometimes, although it's rare, but they can trigger thyroiditis. So iosol makes iodine available as the free iodide, and it's very, very rare that it will adversely affect your thyroid gland. Now the recommended dose for iosol, and that's for those with a sluggish thyroid, is anywhere from 1 to 5 drops a day. Now this is especially helpful if you have the symptoms of low thyroid, and that's you feel cold all the time, you have low energy, you're puffy, your skin's puffy all the time, you're losing your hair, your fingernails are weak. Those are all signs you're depressed, is another sign. Now, 1 drop of iosol is 1,200% of the recommended daily allowance, which I think is fine. But some people, don't want to take that much. And the RDA is actually 150 micrograms. So if you just want to take the RDA, which is better than nothing, you'd take the iosol and you would put 1 drop in 2 ounces of water, and then take 1 teaspoon of that daily, and that'll give you the RDA of iodine. Now, iosol is available on our Amazon store as well. Now, number 8, magnesium. Now, magnesium is deficient in more than half the population. I recommend magnesium glycinate. This is a chelated magnesium that's more absorbable than the cheap form that you buy in the drugstores, magnesium oxide. And this can be taken anywhere from 200 to 600 milligrams a day. Now, we have this in the Metagenic store and also in our Amazon store. Now, here's the thing about magnesium. if you get loose stools from your magnesium dose, reduce the dose. If you get loose stools on the lowest dose, stop it. Number 9, probiotics. Now, probiotics can be supplemented, although I prefer raw milk, especially goat's milk, and fermented foods. Now, Metagenics, though, has an excellent product. It's called Ultraflora, and you can get this through the Metagenic store. Number 10, herbal antibiotics. Sometimes we have flora in our gut that we don't want, or we have yeast, which is part of the flora, dysbiosis in yeast. Now, products I've used for many years in my practice, made by Metagenics again, are Candibactin BR and Candibactin AR. Now, these contain a variety of herbs that reduce the number of undesirable organisms in our gut. So a typical regimen of using these nutritionally to try to alter your gut flora while at the same time getting some source of good flora is to take one of these tablets 4 times a day and alternate the AR and the BR. Very simple. Number 11 is pantothene. Pantothene is an activated B vitamin, and it's really important for lipid metabolism, and it helps fat burning. Now, I use this vitamin as a first-line treatment for my patients with high cholesterol or high triglycerides, and that's after diet, detoxification, and exercise. The dose that's helpful seems to be anywhere from 300 to 600 milligrams a day, and this is available on our Amazon store. Next is fiber. Now, when you're losing weight, your body will tend to expel toxins. So you want to have regular bowel movements to keep these toxins going out of your body so that you don't reabsorb them. You'll get some fiber in the diet, and of course, the more vegetables and fibrous vegetables you eat, the more you will get. But you could take a fiber supplement, and Metagenics has excellent fiber supplements, and we have a fiber supplement on the Amazon store that is also excellent. So we'll have some other supplements that are on the store, and we'll have a brief description of why you use those. But these are the basic ones for weight loss and the basic ones for the program. If you have any other supplements that you would recommend or that you know do well for you, be sure and share it with our community, and we can all learn. This is Dr. G. I'll talk to you soon.